afternoon. My name's Nicole. I'm going to be the nurse practitioner that's going to be taking care of you today. We're just going to do a physical assessment over your neurological and musculoskeletal system as well as GI.
Okay.
Just to get started, I'll have you tell me your first and last name.
Benjamin Seiler,
Perfect. And what is your date of birth?
April 12, 2001.
Awesome. And where are we at right now?
Fort Collins, Colorado.
Perfect. And what is the date?
June 30th, 2024.
Perfect. And then one last question. What is the President of the United States right now?
Joe Biden.
Awesome. Clear, concise communication, appropriate communication. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to assess some of your cranial nerves. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a scent under your nose and I'm just going to have you tell me what you smell, okay?
Okay.
I'll have you close your eyes. What do you smell?
Peppermint.
Perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to do is we're just going to test your visual acuity. So I'll have you just read the first line there for me.
JDF.
Perfect. Okay, and then the third thing we're going to do is we're just going to look at your eye movement. So I'll have you just follow my finger and keep your head straight for me.
Okay.
Good, perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check your facial strength. So I'm going to put my hand on one side on your mandibular right here, and then I'm going to resist as you try to open, okay?
Okay.
And I'll have you try to open. Good, good strain. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to test your hearing. So I'm just going to whisper a word, and I want you to tell me what you hear.
Pencil.
Perfect. And then the other side here.
Pencil.
Perfect. And then now I'm just going to check your gag reflex. So first thing I'll have you do is I'll have you just stick out your tongue for me. Good. Going to do a little gag reflex. Good. Perfect. And then I'll have you stick out your tongue one more time. And then I'll have you say, ah. Perfect. Uvula rises. And then secondly, we're going to have resistance here. So I'm going to put my hands on either side of your face and just test the strength of your head and neck here, okay?
Okay.
So I'll have you turn to the right. Good. Turn to the left. Good. And then we're going to go to your shoulders here. I'll have you shrug. Good. And then I'll have you roll forward. Good. And then roll backwards. Good. Good strength. So now we're just going to move on to your abdomen. So I'll have you go ahead and lie down for me. Perfect. First, I'm just going to inspect the abdomen. Everything looks symmetrical. There's no distension. Doesn't look like there's a lot of fluid in there either. Very even. I see the peristalsis movement as well. And now I'm just going to auscultate your different quadrants of your abdomen.
Okay.
And you can just breathe normally. Good, normal active quadrants. And then now I'm just going to percuss your abdomen here as well.
Okay.
Before I percuss, I'm actually going to do one more auscultation. I'm just going to look at your arteries, okay? So your aortic artery here first. Good. Renal arteries. Iliac arteries. femoral arteries. Good. No bruit or thrill, which is completely normal. Now I'm just going to percuss your different quadrants here. Do you have any tenderness or pain anywhere in your abdomen?
Nope.
No? Okay, perfect. Good. Percussion sounds good. No tenderness, no pain. I'm just going to do a light palpation of the area here.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of a deeper palpation. Might be a little bit more uncomfortable, but just let me know if you have any sort of pain, tenderness, anything like that, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to palpate your liver as well here. So I'm going to start in this right lower quadrant. Liver isn't palpable, which is normal. And then we're going to do your spleen here on the other side. Good. Spleen is not palpable either. Then I'm going to palpate your kidneys. I'm just going to put one hand under your back here, okay? Perfect. Thank you. Good. Not able to palpate the kidneys either, which is normal. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do here is we are going to have you move on to the upper extremities. So I'll have you go ahead and take a seat on the side here. And then I'm going to start just on your sternum and work my way laterally outside, and then we'll move down, okay?
Okay.
Even, symmetrical, no masses, no lesions. Just going to palpate. Good. Sternum, clavicle. Good. Trapeze. To the shoulder joint. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Perfect, thank you. I'm gonna start in the middle. Clavicle. Trapeze. Shoulder joint. Good. So next we're just going to do range of motion on your arms as well. So I'll have you stand up. I'll have you bring your arms out to the side, above your head, and back down. Good. And then we'll go up to the front, forward, and then back down. Good. And then we'll go out to the side again here, and then whenever you come back down, we'll cross in the front. Good. And then lastly, we're gonna go behind the head, and then all the way behind the back. Perfect. And then you can go ahead and have a seat. And we'll move on to your elbows here. So I'm just gonna palpate your elbows. Good. No masses. Other elbow. And then I'll have you just internal rotation and external rotation of those elbows. Good. And then I'll have you curl and straight. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna check your reflex here. So I'll have you straighten this arm. Good. And I'll have you just relax your arm for me. 1, 2. Perfect. Other side. Relax for me. Good. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, and then we're gonna move down to your wrist and hands here. Just gonna palpate the wrist. And the hand. And then we'll switch to this hand. Wrist first. And then I'm just gonna check your pulses, ulnar and radial. Perfect. And then I'll have you just rotate your wrist around for me. Good. And then I'll have you flex up, and then flex down. And then I'll have you go normal, and then I'll have you just push against my hands. Good. Perfect. Okay. So now we'll move on to your lower extremities. So I'll have you just face the window and lie on your side for me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just gonna palpate your hip here just to feel it.
Okay.
And I will be going a little lower on your butt here, okay?
Okay.
And I'll have you flip to the other side for me. Perfect. I'll have you just, there we go, yeah, perfect. And then you can take a seat on the edge here. Again, hips look symmetrical, no masses, no lesions. We'll move on to your knees here. So first I'm just gonna palpate your knees. Perfect. And I'm just gonna go under. cysts, no lesions, no masses. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna do the reflex on your knees here. Perfect. 1, 2. Perfect. 1, 2. Perfect. And then I'll have you stand up for me. And we're gonna just do some range of motion exercises on your hips and your legs. So the first thing I'll have you do is I'll have you cross your legs, one on each side here. Just gonna hold your hips. Good. Perfect. And then I'll have you turn to the side, and we'll do one forward and one back. Good. Perfect. And then I'll have you turn towards me, and we'll go out to the side and out to the side, okay? Perfect. And then I'll have you go ahead and flex your knee, one and the other. Good. Perfect. And then you can go ahead and sit back down. And I'm just gonna go to your ankles and feet here, okay?
Okay.
Just gonna palpate your ankles. And palpate the feet. Feet. Good. And then I'm just going to test your reflex here. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Perfect. And then I'm just going to do one last reflex. I'm just going to go up the side of your foot.
Okay.
1, 2. Perfect. And then other side. Good reflex. You see the feet move. Okay. And then I'm just gonna push. I'm gonna put my hands under your feet, and I want you to just push down so I can see your strength. Good. Perfect. Okay. So now we're just gonna move on to your spine here. So I'll have you go ahead and stand up and face the window. Good. Symmetrical, even. Shoulders symmetrical, not one higher. Hips, waist is symmetrical. I'll have you bend just slightly for me. Good. Just gonna touch the spine here. Perfect. Good. And then we're just gonna do range of motion of the spine. So I'll have you bend all the way down and then arch all the way up,
Okay.
and then turn to the side and turn to the side. And then one last range of motion, I'll just have you tilt and tilt. Good. You can go ahead and have a seat. Perfect. Actually, I'm sorry. I will have you stand back up. We're just going to do a few different walking tests now.
Okay.
So I'll have you just walk right here on your tippy toes, back and forth, about 3 steps. High up on those tippy toes. Perfect. And then I'll have you do the same thing just on your heels. Perfect. And then I will have you take 3 big hops for me.
Okay.
I know, it's a little weird. Yes,
Okay.
this way for me. Nice.
Okay.
You definitely got some hops. Great job. And one more. Good job. Okay. And then I'm just going to have you stand still for me, and I'll have you shut your eyes. Just want to see if you have any sway or anything. Perfect. No sway. And then I'll have you just hold out your arms for me and just keep them there. Perfect. Romberg's test, no swaying, and pronator's drift, no drifting. Okay, and then now I'm just going to have you close your eyes, And I'm gonna have you put each one of your hands to your nose, finger to nose. Good, perfect. And then you can go ahead and have a seat for me again. And now we're just gonna do some RAM exercises. So I'll have you put your hands on your knees and I'll have you just flip over real fast like this. Good. And then I'll have you touch each one of your fingers and then just keep doing it as fast as you can. Good. And then lastly, we're just gonna check those feet. I'll have you scoot back a bit and I'll have you just tap on my hands as fast as you can. Perfect, nice job. Okay. And then last thing we're gonna do is just some sensory exercises to check out your senses. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly touch some area of your body and I just want you to tell me what area I'm touching, okay?
Okay. Left shoulder.
Perfect.
Right knee. Left toe. Right thumb.
Perfect. Okay, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is you're just gonna tell me if it's sharp or dull.
Okay.
But what I mean by that is this will be sharp, this will be dull.
Okay.
Okay. Same thing, I'll have you close your eyes.
Sharp.
Good.
Dull. Sharp. 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 Dull. Dull. Sharp. Sharp.
Perfect. Okay. And then now I'm just going to have you move your fingers. So basically, I'm going to move your fingers either up or down, and I want you to tell me if it's up or down.
Okay. Up. Down.
Good. And then I'm going to do the same thing with your feet here.
Okay. Down. Up.
Perfect. And then now I'm just going to put an object in your hand, and I just want you to name the object. You're able to feel the object with your hands as well. Just keep your eyes closed, okay?
Okay. Quarter.
Perfect. And then one more here.
Rubber band.
Perfect. And then other hand.
Rubber band.
Perfect. Nice job. And then now I'm just gonna write a number on the palm of your hand, and I just want you to tell me what the number is, okay?
Okay.
I'll have you close your eyes.
8.
Perfect. And then we just have 2 more here left. I'm going to put either 2 points on you or 1 point. And I just want you to let me know if it's 2 or 1, okay?
Okay. 2. 1. 2. 2. 1. 1. 1. 2.
Perfect. And then the last thing we're gonna do is I'm going to touch you in 2 places at the same time. I just want you to name those places for me, okay?
Okay. Left hand, left shoulder. Right shin, left shin. Right hand, right foot. Left foot, right shoulder.
Perfect. And I did forget a few other things. I'm going to have you just stick your heel up to your shin, heel up to your shin here. Perfect. Okay, well that is all. We are all finished here. You did a great job. Everything looks normal. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back later.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.